Hello. Good day, good people. Hi, it's Yanga The MC again. I'm coming to you once more on this Saturday, and I'm so excited. I'm hoping you're getting more and more excited as we visit each other on these Saturdays. As you know, we come to you hoping to get the topic under youthful and impactful underway. Today, it's going to be a very beautiful show as normal. What will happen is I've got a beautiful guest for you guys. I will not even introduce him. I'll allow him to do all the intro, but before he does go ahead, what we will say is thank you again for tuning in and making sure you're listening to our shows. We really appreciate you, and we ask that you do get the word out and that you do participate and communicate with us. So we make sure we give you our handles every time before we get you interacting. So on Facebook, make sure you're looking at us under Empowerment Podcast. On Instagram, you are looking at empower_podcast, and you're also visiting our YouTube pages. That's where we're hoping you subscribe and give us a lot more of your comments and a lot more of what you think of what we are doing. So I won't waste too much of your time today because I won't be the one who will be doing a lot of talking today, but our guest will be the one who will be giving you more and more of the type of advices, the type of words, and the type of encouragement that we normally get you guys listening to. So, not wasting any further time, ladies and gentlemen, today I've brought to you a guest. His goes by the name Mr. Muzi Fodo. Muzi, you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Great stuff. So, I'll actually allow you, Muzi, to give that intro, to give that platform. I'll allow everything to come from you. So maybe I'll just go right ahead and see. Maybe from my end, I just want to know, and I'm sure the people are also interested in first getting you to just tell us about yourself, Mr. Fodo.
All right, Yanga. My name is Muzi Fodo. I come from Kugwini location in Umzimkulu. I grew up there, and from there I went to study in Northwest University.
Yeah. So you're basically traveling around the world. You're making every day count, eh?
Yes, no, I have to. I have to. So I just had to go far away from home because I didn't want to be close. I don't want to be in Durban and the surrounding areas. So I wanted to be far away. And plus, I got a rugby scholarship. So it was easier for me to be at Northwest. So yeah. And then
pity we've never met on a rugby field, eh?
It's a pity, eh? See, I would have. Yo, I also hear you were good, but yeah, you would not have gotten to me, eh? Yes, see, I was wow, yeah, boy. So
no,
yeah,
that's fine, Mr. Fodo. That's fine. I'll let you live and have your credit. Fine. So yeah, let me not stop you. Carry on.
Yeah, so I went to study law in Northwest University.
Yeah.
Then came back 2012, yeah. Came back.
Yeah.
Came back to KZN, came back home. We're about to start the rat race. And then I decided, let me just come see what I can do at home because I believe that there were there were a lot of opportunities which I could capitalize on. So we had a lodge somewhere around Harding. So I was going to run that. And unfortunately, on February 2013, I got involved in an accident. I decided to roll my car.
You decided to this man. Yeah, sorry, let's hear that now. Yeah.
I decided to roll my car and I injured my spinal cord. from T3 to T7, I fractured that whole, all those vertebrae. So, which resulted in me being crippled till today. So today, I'm a cripple farm boy. So yeah. So now I'm a social agricultural entrepreneur. I do what I love, which is development of rural community. So yeah, that's me, eh? That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah. No, this story I almost said that was a very harsh ending to it, but then here you come and you give us a bit more from what you've done after. Look, yeah. Okay, Muzi. So that's mainly why maybe I thought and maybe looked into your profile and I was like, this is almost the first person I just want to talk to, because I've always been inspired looking at the type of journey you've traveled and looking at the type of successes you made. So that's why I also want just to get to maybe if you can care to introduce some of the many businesses that you run, and maybe then we'll take it from there.
All right, Yanga. Well, many is a bit of an exaggeration.
I'm glad.
But yeah, it's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen. So I run a couple of businesses, companies. I run a company called Fodo Development Agency. I run a company called Cripple Farm Boy. And I also, I'm a chairperson in the Tlangwini Royal Trading Cooperative. So I'm just gonna explain what these companies do, right? And
maybe we can just summarize that and maybe give that picture so our listeners are knowing exactly what you're busy with.
What I do, okay, no problem. With the Fodo Development Agency, it's more of a rural-based development agency where I'm just focused on developing the rural areas, like especially in the Tlangwini tribe, because that's where I'm based. My company just works with rural agricultural development in the different villages which are under Tlangwini. It also delves in youth development, education development, and sports development. So it just focuses on bringing opportunities to the rural area.
Sounding like it. It's more or less making sure that it's just equipping, it's just empowering, making sure you're getting as much support to the youth out there and the people in the places that are maybe disprivileged. That's what I'm taking from everything that you're saying,
Precisely, because the thing is that we go out to these universities far away to go open our minds and study and see what we can do when we come back and then implement it in our communities. So that's why I started the company. So that was the sole purpose of me starting this company. It was just to empower the rural areas of where I come from, you see. So, and I try monetize whatever I do through all those development projects in the community. So that company does that. And the Cripple Farm Boy, that's my favorite one actually. So this is like a group of farms which we have, and where we produce different products such as grain, which is like maize, sorghum, beans, then vegetables, all your vegetables which you consume. Most, and livestock, where cows, goats, and sheep. So and this is like where we actually acquiring lots of farms which no longer function, and we get in there and we just try fix them up and bringing them into production.
Definitely, yeah. No, makes proper sense. Yeah.
This one is just like a holding of farms, and our goal is to actually to get 100 farms working.
Sure. Is that not the whole of South Africa already?
Yeah, that's the goal. So
you're basically looking at taking over the world, eh?
No, but they want to give us the land back. So we there. You know, see? So we there. We ready. You know?
Yeah. So how many farms? Let me just get that one out. How many farms have you guys got into the bag so far?
At the moment, we've got 3 farms.
Okay. How many acres are we talking of here?
Yeah, all right. In hectares, ne? The total of hectares which we have is, okay, let me count for... okay, we're talking about something around about 1,200 hectares of land which we dealing with.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's sugarcane too. There's grain. There's livestock. You see, so it's just a mixture. So what we want to do, we want to actually get into every market we can get in. We can get into. So we just want to penetrate every market which is possible, and we just get in there and do our work and do it properly. So we want to prove that we as black farmers can also do what the white commercial farmers do. You see, so we also came.
No, definitely, yeah. And I've had a look at some of the profiles, some of the stuff maybe you'd have on some of your socials, and looking into some of what is happening there. Now, I'm not big in farming, but when you already have a look at the tons and tons of trucks and all the stuff lining up, you just know that that's serious money. So that's where I almost take that kind of inspiration and kind of looking into that sort or that form of dedication. I always look into it. You always got pictures of yourself out there. You've always got pictures with your employees. You've always got pictures. And it's always, kind of taking us to where you are and taking us to what we are not maybe looking at in terms of opportunities that are out there,
Yeah, I know. That's... the reason I do that, people say I like taking photos and I like showing off or something, but it's not actually showing off. I believe that me living my life as a cripple is a testimony to people who want to do things but cannot do them. You see? So I just want to live my life to inspire people. And so that's what I'm doing. So me taking pictures and just showing people that it's possible. Like, it's really possible, because I also get messages from other disabled people. I don't want to call them cripples because it becomes an issue. I want to call myself a cripple, but so I don't mind that. Disabled people, you see, other disabled people would hit me up and tell me, "Hey, guy, how do you do this? Like, where do you start and whatnot?" Because I'm also in the same situation and I want to start, but I can't. I don't know where to even begin. So me showing that. It's just trying to inspire people and showing them, no, it's possible. Like, anything is possible. You don't have to be a walker or someone who comes from...
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So everything is possible. Just that you just have to put your mind to it and decide what you want to do, and then you go for it. So yeah, that's the sole reason I post these things.
Okay.
So the other farm is the other actually business is the Ntangweni Royal Trading Cooperative. So this is a cooperative, community cooperative, which I chair. You understand? So with this one, it's the main cooperative, which has got other cooperatives of Ntangweni under it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So it's like your parent... and all the sub or maybe the child, other cooperatives are coming under that one.
It's like the primary cooperative, and then you've got secondary cooperatives
okay.
which are around Mzimkhulu. So here, what I do, or what I decided to do, was to get funding and work or revive the lands, the communal lands which lay fallow. You understand? Because we as a Tlangwini tribe, we've got I don't know how many thousands of hectares which lay fallow, and people are hungry, people don't have jobs, but there's land. So I was like, this is not right. Something is not right here. So with this cooperative, what it does, it gets the community together to form a cooperative where I go there with the resources, with the implements. With everything, and I said, you know what? If you got 500 hectares of land, I'll plant that land, and then I'll do everything there. Then what you do, you just be part of the of the project by protecting the project, by doing the work.
You playing that role.
Yeah, during the season, I employ them, and they guard the project so that once we harvest, they also get a share of whatever I make in that land. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I don't want it to be my project. I always tell them this. It's not mine. It's yours too. Because if I win, we all win. If I lose, we all lose. You understand? So that's the main gist of this cooperative. So that it just wants to utilize all the land which lies fallow in our communities.
No,
so that's what,
I think I hear you, and I think your listeners and our listeners are hearing you, and there's more and more questions coming. I know from all that you're explaining, considering there's a whole mouthful to grasp here. So maybe we'll give you the opportunity to go into detail with everything. Maybe our listeners can get hold of you. Maybe they'll also get in touch through this platform and ask the kind of questions that they'd ask. Maybe get the type of help and the type of advice that you're giving. But maybe I'll move from that one, Sir Muzi. And I want us to just also get talking. So you've given us the background. You've given us the journey. You've given us where you are now. You've given us where you're going and what's the aspiration. What has been the most difficult aspects, though, of going the route of entrepreneurship and, almost like business holistically, as opposed to, your renowned 824? And I heard you actually calling it the rat race just now.
Yeah. I've had a number of challenges. And the first one, obviously, would be me being crippled. That's like an obvious one. Do you understand? Because as a cripple, everything is twice as difficult. You understand? Okay, no, you don't understand, but yeah, you get what I'm saying.
You're not right there. Now let's take it. Carry on. Let's run with it. Yeah.
So but being crippled, it's just that most of the things are not accessible to me.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur requires you to be present, like to things. You need to attend to things. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
They require you to go there. So it's just a matter of accessibility. So the second one would be funding. Funding was a major problem because we all know that our country's got a problem with funding young youth in entrepreneurs, especially who just got out of school with nothing. You see, with no track record, with no, So it was a bit of a problem. And another one, especially with the farming one, would be with convincing people that we should use this land, because with them, it being fallow, it was something which is normal to them. Like they saw nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I had to like change their mindset and show them that's money. Like we can use that and live with it. You see, so trying to convince people that let's use that. That's our gold. Like, I don't understand how we're not using that. So but we had a lot of people against it, but we managed to tell them and explain to them what we wanted to do and what our aspirations are. So and what else? No, I think those are the most important ones, because entrepreneurship is a lonely road anyway. So that wasn't a problem with me, because I'm a loner. Like, I do everything alone. Like, I'm very comfortable.
No wonder I'm not a huge entrepreneur then. Okay, now it makes sense. Yeah.
So it's a very lonely route, eh? It's a very lonely. So but apart from those challenges, there's nothing much which I experienced, which was like, I can't overcome, eh? Because with me, I try prove that any challenge which comes in front of me, I have to overcome it. Like, it's not a matter of, oh, I can't, or I won't, or what do I do now? It's a matter of how do I solve this problem? How do I actually get to where I'm trying to get to? So man, that's the thing. So those are the most important
the challenges that you've come up across.
Which I encountered. And the thing is that Yanga, the rat race, the 8 to 4, it's not that I've left it, or because my dream was to become an advocate, you see? So after I've made enough money and seen, okay, now I'm comfortable, I'll go back. I'll go back, be admitted as an attorney, be admitted as an advocate, and then drop it again, and then go back to my businesses. So that's the dream. The dream is to be an advocate. So I'm gonna get there. You see, I'm gonna be that cripple advocate, cripple attorney. So man. So I'm still gonna go back there, but it's just that it wasn't a plan to do it now. There's a plan to do it later.
No, it's fine. Let's do this. In the next, how long are you giving yourself into getting that accreditation?
No.
But let me not put any pressure there. It's fine. I'll be the one interviewing you then, and then we'll talk about it then again. Okay?
I know. Let's put a time limit on it, because I don't know when I'm going to make all this money I need. So.
Okay. So Muzi, sir, listen. I know we probably want to just carry on and on. A lot of beautiful facts, a lot of important information we're getting from this, but obviously our time is going to restrict us. So I'm just going to ask, we are speaking to a youth today. It's a Saturday. We always try to dial that channel, make sure we try and talk to the young, and we try and talk to the upcoming, to say maybe remarks that would give them the type of courage, the type of advice, and the type of motivation to go out there and go take it again, to go out there and go try it again, you know? So maybe from your end, as you give your final remarks, I'd like you to maybe give us as well what the listeners, having listened and tuned into this interview, can possibly take and start their Saturday with today.
Let's see, hey? That's a good question, hey, Yanga? It's a very good question. I'm obsessed with helping the youth, eh? I'm obsessed with inspiring them. With what they're doing, and having people who think outside the box. You see, we're trying to solve problems right now. Like, that's what entrepreneurs should be doing.
True, that's correct. Yeah.
So the challenges with our youth, okay, this is my opinion, is the mental emancipation, eh? Like, it's a bit ironic, because we're saying it's the youth, but we still have that problem. Our youth is still, how can I put this? They
still,
the past of the past of the country are still have them in chain. You see, they still think things which their parents could not achieve.
Okay. So it's still the same change. It's still the same prison that our parents. Okay, yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying the mental emancipation is still a problem with our youth, because now they don't think they can achieve what is possible. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Definitely. No, I'm with you. Definitely.
No. So now we need people now who have to be open-minded. We need people who want to solve problems. We need people who don't follow the route of their friends or neighbors or parents, like who decide what they want to do and what will make them happy. You understand?
I'm with you.
What I can say to the youth is just that everything is possible, younger man. Like, we've got so much opportunities out there, but we don't actually go and we don't have knowledge of what we want and what we need. You understand? So there are like billions out there which are for funding businesses, but due to lack of knowledge, we don't go and apply for them. But we've got businesses which we wanna pursue. Do you understand? So man, I don't encourage the youth to just go out there and get what they want, man, because it's possible. Everything is possible. Like, there's nothing which should stop you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. Like, I've proved that as a cripple, I've done things which I never thought I'd do as a working guy. You understand what I'm saying? As a person who can walk. So as a cripple, I think I've just surpassed whatever dreams and aspirations I had. You understand? With a mentality of I can do everything I want to do. So that's just the mentality I just wanna leave with the youth, Like, it's possible. That's my motto. Like, everything, it's possible,
Yeah.
Let's take the time. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's actually just because our time is restricting, but there's just so much that we're supposed to be getting here today. So maybe I'll just thank you, Muzi. Thank you very, very much for honoring this call and this interview request. I'm sure, and I know for a fact, a lot of people will listen to this, a lot of people will learn from this, and a lot of people will take positives from this. To all our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for making sure that you are supporting us. And as you have heard, opportunities are there. The opportunities are available. The opportunities are waiting for you to get up and go get them. I think that's summing it up correctly. So Muzi, from our end, the Empowerment Podcast, thank you, and thank you to our listeners. Have a wonderful Saturday going forward.
Thanks a lot, Yanga, for the invitation. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.